Well, there couldn't be a better time to have the editor and publisher of the Gloom Boom Doom Report, gloomboomdoom.com, economist Marc Faber. I can't go over his illustrious bio in the time we have, the next 25 minutes, but he, of course, graduated at 24 with a Ph.D. in economics, magna cum laude. And he joins us from Thailand today, a real expert on world markets, especially what's happening in Asia. And I've got so much to discuss with him on oil, gold, what's going to happen with the Chinese. Could they dump a bunch of gold in the market, where he sees everything going? We have to say his forecasting is among some of the most accurate in the world. Again, gloomboomdoom.com. Mr. Faber, good to have you here with us.
It's my pleasure.
Okay, well, you got the floor from Thailand. What in the world is going on right now on this planet? What do you see happening?
Well, basically, we have to go back to the 1970s to fully understand what happened. In the 1970s, they printed money in the U.S., and commodity prices went ballistic. And they overshot on the upside because of the money printing. And after 1980, they then declined because as they went up too much, supplies came into the market, so all commodities went down until 1998. During the decline in commodity prices, no new mining was undertaken, no exploration took place, no new oil fields were looked for, because as prices went down, there was no economic reason to look for new oil. But then, after 1998, commodity prices started to rise, and because of the combination of the opening of China, the incremental demand from China, and also increasingly India and other emerging economies, commodity prices started to go up. And because of the money printing in the U.S. by this rather despicable character, Mr. Bernanke, they went ballistic. And so we have very high inflation in most countries. And in many countries, this high inflation in food prices, energy prices, has had an impact on the wallet of the typical household. Because whereas in the U.S., we say a per capita income of $40,000, food is not a huge component in people's income. In emerging economies, where, say, the per capita income in Vietnam, India, is only $1,000 per year, food and energy makes maybe 50% of people's income.
And, of course, you're now, I guess, alluding to what we see happening in North Africa. Libya, now it looks like, is basically falling to the rebellion. Reportedly, Muammar Gaddafi has fled to Venezuela. What is driving these revolutions that we're seeing popping up around the world? And if it is overall dollar devaluation and commodity increases, how much worse is it going to get? I mean, how bad is the inflation going to get?
Well, the really big question is whether these unrest we have in Tunisia, Libya, Bahrain, Egypt will spread to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. If they do, it will be very difficult for the U.S. to take sides, because on the one hand, the U.S. has supported the vicious regimes of a Mr. Mubarak. They have supported the royal family of Saudi Arabia. They never asked Saudi Arabia to have reforms and democracy, whereas they embargo countries like Myanmar. So where will they stand? What can they do? And the CIA is completely useless. They had no idea that these unrest would start. They had no ground information that something was going on. And so the U.S., and particular